Hello everyone and welcome back to my Let's Play of Rise of the Argonauts. My name is Sethos, and the last time we left off we were about to check out what was happening over here with Zeno. You may also have noticed that first of all we didn't start where we left off, which was right about here, because I was a goof and I closed my game down accidentally. And when you start it back up you don't start where you left off. Start a bit back. And the second thing you should notice is that I have started to name the episode. At least I should have, because that was my plan. And I'm going to try and keep that up until, well, pretty much the end of my days, but we'll see how that goes. Before we go to Zeno, I'm going to look at this Herm actually, because we are going to get them all for a deed.
Here was born Amphiname, wife of King Trion. Though a farmer's daughter, she was gifted by the gods with beauty and virtue. Such was her grace that Hera blessed her union with the king, and so she became queen of Iolcus. My mother. A fine queen indeed.
So we don't only get some mythological stuff thrown at us, we also get a little bit of lore behind Jason's mother. Now let's deal with Zeno.
Where is your... Look who finally decides to grace us with his presence! King Jason himself! It only took you all day!
You are welcome on Iolcus, Zeno. What can I do for you?
You can spare me your honeyed words for a start. I didn't come all this way from Thessaloniki for your hospitality. My brother already suffered that fate.
I am sorry for Menander's loss. May he find his way to Elysium.
Not good enough. No, not by a long way, King of Iolcus. There must be compensation, tribute! Your lands here are rich. Your herds are fat. Clearly you've grown soft with Zeus's favor shining down upon you. Things are much different on the rocky soil of Thessaloniki. A hard life makes men tough. But you Iolcans wouldn't know about that.
Save your insults, Thessalonian. Why don't you just say what it is you want?
I will bring my brother's body home. And with it, my ship will be full of Iolcan wheat and sheep. And then, each year, on the anniversary of Menander's death, you will send 10 girls on the cusp of womanhood to me. Never! This is what I demand in tribute to the memory of my murdered brother.
I will see your ship loaded with grain and sheep. I know the people are hungry in Thessaloniki, but no Iolcan girls will ever be paid in tribute to you or anyone else.
You tell him, King Jason. I am not here to negotiate. If you refuse my demand, then my men and I will take our own revenge.
You disgrace your brother's memory with this display.
The lure of tribute brought him here. He doesn't care about his brother's memory.
Do I not? You will see how much his honor means to me. Consider yourself challenged, Warden.
Name your terms.
My men and I against you and your behemoth. Your guards will take no retribution against me after I kill you. When you fall, I take my brother's body and the tribute I have named back to Thessaloniki.
No, don't do it.
And your stake?
I hold here my brother's mace, a weapon worth more than anything on Iolcus. Blessed by Poseidon himself. This will be my stake.
No one wants it.
No. You will swear here and now, before these witnesses, that your family will make no further claim for tribute, should any try to do so. they will forfeit the honor of your family name.
Very well. So I swear. So swears Zeno of Thessaloniki.
Tell us when. You boys take all the time you need.
Jason of Iolcus dies today! Kill them!
So we have plunged right into combat. At least it's a nice break from all the talking we've been doing in the last couple of episodes. Not that hard. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh shit, Hercules is actually dying. Are you not going to say it? Alright, fine. Enough.
Take your brother home, Zeno.
I won't forget this, Jason.
Now, do not pick Begone because you will lose a mace. So I will take Leave the Mace because it's a pretty good mace for the early game.
Leave the mace.
What?
Your stake. Do you forget?
Bah! A curse on Iolcus!
It is a fine mace. Do you think it really was blessed by Poseidon?
Who knows?
One thing's certain. It'll see more honor with you than that fool.
So we get Wavebreaker now. The reason that it's pretty good in the early game is because the Yoku Mace literally does nothing for you. On Iolcus we will get something for every single part of our equipment, so we'll get a spear, a sword, a mace as you can see, and something else, which I'm not going to spoil yet. So let's go ahead and equip Wavebreaker.
Be careful, King Jason. He had a witch with him earlier. She may still be around.
A witch.
You don't know that, Thaddeus.
You should have seen her. Markings all over her body. And she was asking about the assassin.
More like demands, really. Did any of us see him? Where did he come from? She was very interested, all right.
Did she say what her purpose was?
We asked that. She said, wolves always hunt in packs. Thought that a strange reply myself.
Mostly, she was just pressing. Almost brought my wife to tears. She's keen on it, I tell you. Intense. Like she's got urgent business.
And what she looked like?
Strange. Foreign-like. No Yolkin woman would wear the dress she's wearing, I'll say that.
And she's got these markings, tattoos and such all over. Legs and feet and arms and face.
Dark hair. Piercing eyes. Clean her up a bit. She could be passably fair, I suppose.
Why, you dirty old goat! That's enough of you.
Yanula, please. I'm just trying to give the king a good description.
Where is she now? Did you see her leave?
That we did. That Zeno man was yelling up a storm, and I saw her slink off.
It was real strange. She had her ears perked, like she was listening for something. Then, all of a sudden, she pricks up, and she was off like a bolt toward the Crypt of Kings.
I heard her say under her breath, "I've got you now," as she ran off. I swear on Olympus.
Thank you. I'll find her and see what she's up to.
So we've resolved the issue of the disturbance in the village, and before we do anything else, let's take this Herm, because we have to anyways. At least I want to.
Here landed King Trion's spear, humbling the Athenian Alceme. Drunk from the king's feast, the famed warrior boasted that no Yoken man could match his throne. For the honor of his kingdom, King Trion took up his challenge. Great Athena lent Trion her skill, and he unleashed a throw so mighty that boastful Polycide was stricken mute with shame.
A little bit more of a mythology thingy there. Let's go ahead and check out my aspect. Yeah, we're going to get another aspect point here, so let's go ahead and dedicate everything to Apollo. There should be... Where's that? Yeah. I was thinking about Lethal Commander here, which makes your Argonauts more powerful, which is one of the first things I will be going for after I get everything from Apollo. And now I'm going to get Fortifying Presence. I'm going to check every other god. No, they don't have any aspect points. So let's go ahead and look what's around here in the village. First of all, let's go to the right. And, well, look at this. It's Captain Idas.
Jason,
Idas, how is village life suiting you?
it's only been a few minutes, but so far I think I can get used to it.
Get used to it. Is it that difficult?
It's Elysium, Cypri. There, happy?
I'll leave you two to your business. Come, children.
So, what are you going to do without the guard?
Farm.
Farm? Farm what?
Grapes or barley? Haven't decided yet. Barley practically grows itself, so I'd have more time to fish or hunt or just sit with my children. But grapes, now there's a challenge that could keep me occupied. Give me something to do with myself.
You deserve to rest, Idas. Plant the barley. I'll see that grapes are sent to you.
As my king commands, barley it is. Been a while since I've gone fishing. I hear you're leaving, Jason. Heading for Delphi.
I'm going to bring her back, Idas.
I pray you do. Here, Jason. I've given this a great deal of thought, and... my sword. I want you to have it.
Growing up, training, I used to marvel at this sword.
I know you did. But remember, weapons are only as good as the men who wield them. This one, it's a good sword, and it served me well. But with you, I think it can become a great sword.
I am honored, my friend.
So we got our first additional blade, or sword. As always, we're going to equip it because, well, at least it does something. And the choice between grapes or barley has no further influence regarding the rest of the game, so I just always, or most of the time, choose barley because I just want to be done with the conversation. And these guys, I think, is for one of those two quests, well, quests if you want to call it that, we got up in the castle.
Thank you for dealing with that obnoxious man. The nerve to demand such tribute.
He was nothing like his brother. Let us remember to mourn for Menander.
That we can do. There's been a lot of mourning here of late.
Our neighbor Agatha lost her husband in the attack. He was a servant in the palace. Poor Agatha and her son Sinon. That boy's taking it very hard.
Farewell. Hopefully there won't be any further distractions here.
So if you remember, we had to talk to Agatha about her dead husband, which we were asked about by the dead husband's brother. And these people are actually the ones I was speaking of. Agatha isn't in the village right now, so we will meet her in a little bit.
Look, heroes, it's the king.
What could he be doing here?
Oh no, please no. Help us. Is she...
As always, I choose Athena above Hermes.
I'm sorry. Your daughter was seriously wounded, but she is mending.
Oh, Hera, help me. This news will be the death of me.
Steady, wife. He said she's recovering.
When can we see her?
Before I set sail, I'll leave instructions for her to come visit you.
You don't talk to Elpis anymore, so I don't think it makes such a difference if you choose to tell them or not. We probably can spend another aspect point, but before we do that, I'm going to continue a little bit further.
I was raised in a village like this, a long time ago.
And here we have an ominous door open, and oh look, another Herm.
Here lies the Crypt of Kings, the final resting place of the royal family of Iolcus. In this crypt are kings and queens, wardens and champions of Zeus. May their honor live forever.
So I think we have enough time to finish this part of Iolcus as well.
Live on you all, many Faboiae!
Any sane person would just walk the fuck out of there, but I'm as crazy as can be.
The great Medea, how far the mighty have fallen. Your power has grown feeble.
Has it? Io befrenam uomo dinari.
Nice synchronized shock stance there. There we go, power block. So here we have our first Tartarus fiends, which are going to be an enemy in primarily the endgame. So don't expect to see them much anytime soon. There we go. We already done? Well then.
Forgive me. I lost myself again.
Are you all right?
I am weak, but it will pass.
That Black Tongue called you Medea. I assume that's your name?
It is.
It's time for answers, Medea.
Then ask your questions, Jason.
Your sorcery nearly killed all of us. Do you have no control over it?
There was a time no follower of Hecate could hope to match me. But once I abandoned the witch goddess, her protections abandoned me.
You were once a Black Tongue?
You see the markings I still bear. Are they not answer enough? In another life, I was one of them, until I realized the powers I gained came with a terrible price. When I heard of the attack here, I came as quickly as I could. Their assassins never work alone.
Medea, do you know why the Black Tongues targeted my wife?
I don't know why, but I know this is not their first attempt. They tried before when she was a babe on Mycenae.
What?
When your wife was born, King Lycomedes traveled to Delphi and spoke to the oracle Pelagia. Whatever he was told, it got the Black Tongue's attention. Assassins were dispatched to both Mycenae and Delphi. Lycomedes thwarted the attempt on your wife, and the assassin Lysander failed to eliminate the oracle Pelagia. It's said he fell in love with her, and together they fled, never to be seen again.
So that's why Lycomedes waged his war.
Yes. His name was cursed by every Black Tongue in Greece.
Just a little heads up. Keep the names Lysander and Pelagia in mind, because they will come back in the course of this game.
Medea, I seek to restore my wife. The Black Tongues are at the heart of what's happened here. Your knowledge of them would be helpful. And in return, I offer you allies in your fight.
If you try to bring her back, the Black Tongues will flock to you like moths to a flame. There'd be no need to chase after them.
Go to my ship. Tell Argos to give you a room.
Jason, are you sure about this?
Your friend is right, Jason. I am not safe to be around. I sometimes lose myself, as you have seen.
We can keep your power warded. That is, if you are willing.
It would be the only way. Very well, King of Iolcus. I will hunt with you and lend what aid I can. I will prepare the wards to secure your ship.
Far too much sorcery being cast about for my liking. Why did you ask her along, Jason? How can you trust her?
There are forces at work we know little about. Prophecies, Lycomedes, the Black Tongues. Knowledge I can hold on to is an advantage. Besides, you saw what she did to that assassin.
So there's one more thing I want to do in this episode, and it's get this armor. The war armor.
This is the war armor of the kings of Iolcus. Last worn by my father, Trion. I have never had occasion to don this armor. I'd hoped I never would. But Iolcus needs me now. Her queen needs me. The journey ahead may be difficult. This piece of Iolcus will journey with me.
When the way ahead looks daunting, remember who you fight for. Iolcus is more than its fair fields and proud bluffs. It is mother to us all. We do not stumble over mountains, my son. We stumble over stones. Step safely over every stone, and you will cross the mountain.
Now, to see about our ship and Delphi. To the docks.
So we get the Yolkan war armor, which I will be using throughout most, if not all, of the game. Simply because the other armors, they're just not that interesting to me. I don't see the benefit of them. While with this you have an increased maximum health and you have a increased resistance, so it makes you more tanky, which is what I like. So let's go ahead and equip the Yolkan war armor. And that will do it for this episode. I would like to thank you all for watching. Be sure to leave a comment, a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And I will see you all in the next video. My name is Zethos, signing off.